Hi, everybody. All right, I'm going to make a mini how-to video, and I don't know if I'm going to exactly explain how to, but I'm going to talk a little bit about my personal experiences, how I communicate with the spirit realm, how the spirit realm communicates with me, just to give you a feel for how you may be able to communicate with the spirit realm a little bit differently. So, I share psychic wisdom and spiritual healing. So how a spirit is the reason. It's not me that's sharing it, it's spirit that is sharing it. Spirit shares it with me, and then I relay as best as I can understand the message, right? Spirit doesn't just talk. Spirit's not like in my ear telling me things. I get a question, and I may not ever answer that question specifically. I enter into a spiritual atmosphere, and in that experience of your unique soul, Spirit will share or guide me to certain areas of wisdom associated with you. So, how does Spirit communicate with me? I do not have dialogue with them. When I say Spirit says, I'm actually translating both an image and an emotion, and even some of personal thoughts running through my head. So I'll share every bit of wisdom that comes to me associated with the picture, and they'll share feelings too. So when Spirit says anything, it comes from my translation of an image with a feeling. And that is how Spirit says to me. So when I talk to the spirit realm about my own life, I usually just talk to them. I don't, when I try to gather wisdom about my life, they're all through my energy field here. They're shifting me. So I don't know if they're wanting to kind of be on board with speaking through me or what this is, but give me just a minute here. Okay, so you see, so they're giving an example here. So Spirit is speaking right now. How do they speak to me? They alter my energy field. They alter the way that I feel. So here I am talking to you like a normal human being. Spirit interjects by making me feel really relaxed, exhausted, and I don't have a thought in my head. I don't have anything to think about. So I just wait then. I know that they are interacting with me because of the way they alter my energetic feeling. So let's see what else they want to share about this, if anything. They're highlighting is there's a face of a man, and he has some sort of like 6 balls of light. He's bald, and he has 6 balls, little tiny balls of yellow light, like dotting across his bald head. And he's smiling at me. He has really goofy looking teeth. Some are really long and some are kind of short, and then some kind of overlap each other. But he likes to smile, and he shows me donkeys have kind of big teeth too. He's showing me the silly laughing noises that donkeys make. Donkeys can be stubborn too. Human beings also can be stubborn. And how they want to allow themselves to know they're talking to us. And we are talking to you. That's what he's saying. He's saying something about the smile, right? He's talking about making it fun, making it joyful, silly laugh. But he's also talking about stubbornness. How are you ever going to talk to the spirit realm if you insist you aren't hearing us? You have to explore what is your sensation of hearing. For me, I don't hear anything. How do I define it? How do I define my experience? Because it's not human. But yet it comes through my human experience, so yet it is human. You see what I mean? It's just a different version. So you want to go talk to your best friend, you see them. They're right there in front of you. You can see exactly what they look like. You could actually touch them with your hand and know that they are real. You can hear exactly what they have to say to you. When you talk to the spirit realm, it's different. They communicate with you here, right? Third eye. We're at inside the third eye, inside your imagination, in your imagination. I see these images in my imagination, but I also experience energy shifts of laughter or sounds of donkeys making that noise. A picture of a man who's bald was, I don't know why he looks like that. I don't know why I'm seeing a bald guy with what looks like 6 little yellow dots around his head. I don't know what that means. I just know that in my imagination is where the picture is developing, and that is the higher wisdom that Spirit wants me to share in this video. So then I just share the picture and then see how the picture shifts and changes. So they start the movie reel. I don't start it. I don't just, okay, I'm going to think up of a bald guy with weird teeth and 6 yellow balls around his head. I couldn't come up with that on my life. So I just clear my head and then I allow Spirit to share the movie reel with me. So I just choose patience. And then I just see what's the first picture that comes into my imagination. And then I share it. And then I explore how it feels. I mean, is the guy a jerk? Is the guy an alien? Is the guy a spirit guide? Is he just an image of a guy that Spirit just wants to use as a focal piece for creating the wisdom? These are questions that you ask. There's no answer to this. I have no answer. The reason I know that there's no answer to this is because they aren't altering the energy pattern. They aren't altering the way that I feel when I look at his face. When I look at his face, I say, well, is he alien? No response. No energy response. Is he human? Is he, a spirit guide? Is he what? Is he anything? And these thoughts happen this fast. It happens really quickly. And I get nothing. And so it's like, well, there's obviously no wisdom to be had associated with those questions, so I just allow. And so I just watch this scene shift and change. So now he's showing off his really weird teeth, so I describe that. But he does love to smile. I feel that. I can feel his love to smile. It's not that he's just smiling because he's got something up his sleeve, or he's smiling because, he knows something I don't know. He actually is just happy. How could I tell all of those things about him? Because I can sense it and feel it. There's something more to this. So how do you communicate with Spirit? How does Spirit communicate with me? They communicate with me in this way. So he moves into a scene with the donkey. He wants me to parallel his smile, his big teeth with donkey teeth, and the sound of a donkey laugh, and his joy with kind of the sound of a donkey laugh. Are you laughing at me? You know what I mean? Excuse me. I don't know, so I'm still examining this. I examine it piece by piece by piece, and I can go really, really fast with it. So that's how I can deduce what it is are they trying to share, because I'm constantly asking questions into the picture itself and waiting for the answer to come back. If no answer comes back, there is no answer meant to be had, not meant to have an answer. So let's share. Let's go through like an example. So you want to talk to Spirit in your life. You want to ask Spirit certain questions about your life. So here I am. I'm out in nature, sitting down by a tree, and I'm just thinking about my life. And so I ask the Spirit realm a question about my life, and then sometimes they just know I just want somebody to talk to about things that I can't just talk to everybody. Sometimes I just need to talk it out as something that I'm thinking about that I don't really have all the answers to, something I want to know more about, but I don't really know how to know more about it. Is something that I saw that bothered me and I don't really know how to make sense of it. I have these deeper conversations with them where I don't always necessarily, it's not about what do they have to share with me in here. Sometimes it's just about talking to them, which is also praying. You're praying to God, you talk to God, and then you just tell God everything, and then you feel better afterwards. So in this way, this communication is just me connecting to Spirit and then talking. How do I connect to Spirit? I just open my heart and say, I really want to have a spiritual conversation. I'm going to share these thoughts with Spirit. Bam, they're with Spirit. What spirits? My spirit guides? God? Who is God? Where are these spirits at? Where is the spirit realm? It's in your heart. It's in your soul. We're all in oneness with each other. Spirit realm is as tiny as a pinprick, as big as a billion freaking universes. I mean, it's as small or as big as you want it to be. It's an energy. It's a totality. Spirit is a totality. You just fill your heart with love and connect with love and share your thoughts with love. Now you're speaking to spirit. Whether you know it or not, they hear you. They hear you whether you mean to be speaking to spirit or not speaking to spirit. So the next step is, okay, I acknowledge when I speak and my intentions are I'm speaking to spirit, that spirit hears me. So let's say you just, I want to know what my spirit guides are like. I'd really like to see their faces. I'd really like to know what their names are. That sort of thing. So you do step one. Okay, I'm going to make a connection with the spirit realm right now. I'd really like I'd like you, spirit guides, to show me what you look like. Now there's going to be step two is going to be the frictiony moment where, do you believe in yourself? Do you believe you have the power to see your spirit guides? Do you trust that the images that come into your imagination are real, are the correct ones? That's confidence building. How will you ever be able to communicate with spirit realm if you give it one shot and then that's enough? You have to build confidence, but through practice. Not practice just with yourself over and over again, but eventually branching out and actually making a meetup group for other people who'd like to develop their psychic abilities and practice on each other, something like that. So you're actually starting to branch out and then test your skills, test what you see. So invite a friend over and say, instead of saying, I want to know my spirit guides, invite your friend over and say, okay, I just want to see what happens here. I just want to see if I can see your spirit guides. So how do you do that? You put an intention out there and say, okay, I want to see Joella's spirit guides. And so you just take a pause. You just created your intention, right? Automatically creating the intention creates the energy connection. Joella wants you to see her spirit guides. She's there with you. She's open. If she's closed, it's going to be really hard to get all the facts because she doesn't want to know. She doesn't want you to know about her. So now she's created a brick wall around herself of protection. She just leave me alone. Well, Joella actually really cares about you and really excited about you learning and developing and growing your psychic ability. She's like, I cannot wait to see what you come up with. If my spirit guide ends up being a silly cat, that would be awesome. Or, maybe, who knows? Maybe it's a clown. Who knows? Maybe they look like some freaky alien from another planet that, has 1,000 heads that are always smiling. We don't know. So you connect with Joella through your intention, and then you relax for a minute. And so when you relax, you can close your eyes. That also helps too. And you pause. You don't have you give the intention and you go quiet. You don't have any expectations. You don't plan on seeing anything. You just allow the visual image to actually enter into the mind. You'll notice that there's about 3 to 5 seconds of pause before you'll start feeling things and seeing things. I'm seeing a red ribbon. I don't know why, but I'm seeing a red ribbon. And now it's really manifesting into the look of a bow. And it feels like it's a bow being worn by a teddy bear. All I can think about is a fuzzy teddy bear with a red bow on. Around its neck. I don't know why. I think about children. I'm thinking about kids laughing. I think about this child who owns this teddy bear holding it really close. This is just what I'm thinking about. I don't know why I'm seeing this. I just am. And you'll be amazed to discover that Joella has all kinds of connected feelings about what you are seeing and what you are talking about and the color red and the fuzzy bear, and you'll be amazed. And you'll start to, the more and more you do this, you'll start to discover that everybody feels different. You may not discover that at first because you're still developing your sensory abilities. So for me, I get to, when I connect with another person, I connect with their infinite energy, their totality. Everybody feels totally different. And I get dumbfounded when I meet people who are so different than me, You're so freaking relaxed. You're so patient. Who knows what it is, but you'll start to discover your abilities are developing because you're going to start to notice enhancements to them. Things that you weren't able to feel before are really coming easy for you to feel now. And it takes time and it takes practice. You're going to figure that out by just hanging out with Joella all the time, or are you going to figure that out by making a meetup group of people who would like to develop their psychic ability and then start connecting with each other? Like, there's something to this. It's important. So that's what they're saying right now. They're saying, so they literally said, do you believe in yourself? My spirit guides actually said in my head, in my ear. Did they whisper it in my ear? No, they said it in my head. They said it in an echoing sound like it was my own thought, sound just like my own thought, but I knew it wasn't my own thought. I knew it was my spirit guides. How did I know it was them? I don't know. But they said, do you believe in yourself? That's all they said. Do you believe in yourself? What would inspire me to say that? I don't know. My spirit guides are I'm allowing them to be in control of the wisdom because I want the wisdom to be effective. I want it to be impactful. I want it to help people. So my intention is still connected with my spirit guides and allowing them to help me through the conversation. Some of these videos, it's Abby, you're just going to talk. And on this one, clearly they're helping me through it. So that way we can have examples and get a feel for how these things work. They're saying the word love. They're showcasing what is the feeling of a human being who doesn't have any confidence is overcome by the feeling of no confidence. So the feeling of love or purity, balance, harmony, connection is completely masked by the feeling of I suck at this. I'm never going to get it right. I can't see anything. I don't know what I'm doing. They're saying love is a very valuable tool, and open yourself up to an experience of no judgment. Don't judge yourself. Don't judge what you see. Don't feel like you screwed this thing up because you're not awesome yet. You just started, for crying out loud. How does anybody get awesome at anything on day one? How do you become a professional pianist by just sitting down in front of a piano and never playing it before in your entire life? That people get that way about developing their psychic ability. It's like sitting down at a piano and day one, it's like your fingers are not used to the keys. You're awkward. You're just learning scales right now. And you stink. You suck at this. You really do. But guess what? Day 2, day 3, week 17, next year, you're continuing to practice. You're continuing to experience. You're continuing to get your feel for it. And yes, you're on your way to being a master pianist. You're on your way to being a master psychic because you are developing sensory abilities and the ability to discern, the ability to ask questions, the ability to feel, the ability to expand. It's huge. You cannot expect yourself to be perfect at this day one. You become perfect over developing senses, and you're going to keep developing forever. So how will you ever be perfect? Even after doing it for 50 years, you're still developing. You're still getting awesomer. So where is the stopping point? Where do you ever just get to be so awesome you can't be awesomer anymore? You see what I mean? It's a continual growth thing. So they ask, do you think you can do it? Do you think you could try to do it? Do you think you can just allow your spirit guides to show you the reel of wisdom? Play you the video of what is important for you to know right now about your life. What is important for you to know in order to help others in their life? What is the wisdom? Is it just telling people facts that come to your head, or is it allowing the reel of wisdom to flow through the third eye, and now you share deeper meaning that comes through the form of oracle wisdom? Oracle wisdom is storylines. It's contemplative. It allows the receiver to think for themselves about what it means, what it feels like, how they can utilize this wisdom in their own life. It allows them to grow and change through their own through an activity of contemplation, basically, of what you're sharing. I mean, if I just had all the answers, how am I ever going to live life? I mean, if I'm just a psychic, I got all the answers. I mean, how can I be a human being? I didn't come here to have all the answers. I came here to explore and develop and go on a journey of experience and not have the answers. And then at the end of the lifetime, I can look back and be like, so that's what it was all about. Gosh, I've been waiting to figure out what this thing was all about. And now here I am, I'm 90 years old. And now I'm starting to figure out what it was all about all along. That's what it's like to be human. That's even what it's like to be a psychic human. They don't tell me the answers to things. They don't. They give me wisdom, reels of wisdom for me to contemplate and explore what it means. How do you develop wisdom? By just getting the answers? The answers are not wisdom. Yes, no, do this, do that, do the other thing. Now you're in a circus, a monkey circus of doing these things in order to have a self-discovery that it just may never have been fulfilling because it wasn't really associated with the needs of your soul journey, the needs of your heart and spirit, the needs of you as a human being. So you need to have contemplative wisdom. If I knew all the answers, how could I actually experience life? I can't. And so I experience contemplative wisdom. And that is what I am sharing with you. How do you experience contemplative wisdom? How do you hear the spirit realm? How do you work with the spirit realm? How do you share spiritual wisdom with others? Is it just answers? Well, this is the answer. How'd you get that answer? Because I never get answers like that. I never just, here's a list of 50 questions and then, here's all the answers. It never comes like that. Spirit always shares exactly what the voice is, the vibration of the words, the energy meaning, the energy wisdom, the energy transformation work with your soul that helps your consciousness expand. It helps you overcome your ego. It helps you really feel more solid with your experience and with your direction, and creates more deeper meaning with real value. It doesn't create value to just get answers. It creates value when you're experiencing wisdom of a different caliber that helps you explore yourself, your identity, your thought processes, your experiences. So this video is how to do exactly what I do. You're not going to figure it out like that. It's going to take time, just like the professional piano player. You're not going to be Billy Joel overnight if you never touched a piano before in your life. You never wrote lyrics before. You never, whatever it might be. You gotta practice. You gotta try. You gotta explore. You gotta develop yourself. And it's a journey. It's a real life journey. So that's all I can share for this video. I hope it's helpful. You can do this thing, and it's far easier than you can imagine, because it'll help you feel. It's a childlike experience. But it's full of real emotion, real energy, real sensations, far more real than human, far more color than our eyes perceive, far more meaning than you can get day-to-day life, because you can't come up with half of this stuff even if you tried. You allow the higher wisdom to share through you. The higher wisdom comes up with it because it's higher wisdom. If my human brain were to come up with it, it would be my human brain and my ego and my life experiences talking, but it's a higher wisdom speaking. The higher wisdom speaking through me and connecting with my feelings, sharing feelings with me, and helping me to help others through what they share, through connection with your soul. Your soul is already a part of my soul, my soul already a part of your soul. We're part of each other's souls. We choose to either share with each other or we don't share with each other. We create brick walls or we create open doors. So that's also a part of it. I can't share wisdom or healing with somebody who doesn't want it. And I wouldn't even want to. I wouldn't want to. I don't want to share anything with you if you don't want it from me. That's the last thing I want to do. It's like, you meet some random stranger on the street and you're like, eat this apple. Eat this apple. I don't want your apple. I don't know you. Get the freaking heck away from me. Eat the apple. Eat the apple. Like, you know what I mean? It's kind of like, I don't want your apple. I don't want, you have to have a balance of exchange. I want what you have to offer. I am so happy to help you in your life. So now we have a balance of give and receive. We have that balance, and that balance is important to sharing higher wisdom that is transformative to others. They have to be open to receiving it. If they aren't, there's no point in going there. Don't even go there. So they're asking me questions about helping people in need that don't even know that you're helping them. I do associate with this question. So you have an individual, they're going through a really rough patch, but they don't want to talk to anybody and they don't want anybody to help them through it. They just want to be in their own world. I will not enter into that. I will not help them. They have to choose to help. It's like angels will not come into your life if you refuse to ask them to come into your life. It's like, I'm having a horrible day. I hate my life. I don't want any angels to come to me. Do you think the angels are going to be like, but we love you. We want you. We're going to come to you? No, they aren't. They aren't going to come to you unless you actually say, you know what? I'm really going through a tough patch. I could really use some angels right now to help me. We'll help you then. You see the difference here? But now on another level, for instance, so I'm doing some work with my friend Joseph Bradley when we've got this developing site, Amin Ross, which hasn't really come through yet. But on the side, we'll do some just spiritual healing journey work for hospitals around the globe. And so is the hospital asking us for help? No, but we're just choosing to share energy in order to help those in need. It's sort of like, it's not being asked of us. It's just a kind way of helping others without them knowing. It's not like we're trying to take away their soul experiences. We're actually, raising the vibration of the hospital, helping to clear the energy out of the room so they're cozier for people, helping alter the energy pattern so the staff can work better and help people better. Just doing stuff like that, helping, just revitalizing the energy field of the hospital itself. Are the walls asking for help or not asking for help? They're walls, but they possess energy. Those rooms possess energy, and people experience the energy. So we can do work to help raise the vibration of the hospitals themselves. And sometimes it's really cool that you'll discover souls of people within there that actually are open to you and come and visit you. Will come and visit Joe or I. And then, and then we can share healing with each specific soul that actually comes from the hospital. So it's really cool. So we can't heal, we can only do so much. We can only share so much, but there's something to that. It's sharing a gift of love. It's sort of like, people having, I want to see things change across the globe. I don't really know how to change it. So I'm just going to share a gift of love with the planet by just visualizing the planet. And then I'm going to just put a heart. I'm just going to visualize a heart of love. And I'm going to share that heart of love with Mother Earth. So I'm just entering that love energy into the planet and asking that heaven allow that energy to manifest and grow so it heals the spirit of the earth, it heals the soils, it heals the trees, it helps manifest higher vibrational ideas in people who are receptive, etc. You can't force anything upon human beings, but you can inspire love. You can inspire love and transformation. It's different. So you have to decide what are the differences. You have to decide what are the differences between those scenarios. You have to decide what it is to you. So, and you have to decide for yourself what it means to you. I mean, maybe you do want to force healing on somebody who doesn't want it. You decide. It's your learning journey. I'm just here to share what my learning journey has been. Your learning journey is going to be totally different than mine. people have their spiritual abilities are different. Mine is already really different. Joseph is the only person I've ever met that does journey work like I do. And so, but I really feel confident that this is kind of an innate skill that every human being possesses. I really do. And I think it's something easy that everybody could pick up on, and I'm really an advocate for really developing people's spiritual abilities and showing people how easy it is to actually become spiritual and sense and see and feel and have a higher experience of awareness. You can't have an ego to be great at this. You have to have no ego. Because the ego is going to get in the way of the information. You have to continue to allow yourself to just be the conduit of the higher wisdom that comes from spirit. Does it come from Abby, or does it come from the spirit realm? It comes from the spirit realm. I just happen to be the conduit with the voice and the human body in order to help bring the wisdom to other human beings. So that too is part of the message. That's all they want me to share. So I hope this has been a helpful video for you. You really can do this thing. You really can. You can be amazing at it. I want people to see how easy it can be, how beneficial, how joyful, and how you really can help other people's lives. I mean, you really can touch other people's lives. I mean, imagine this world full of spiritual healers, spiritual wisdom channelers, spiritual, with no egos, only hearts that love and really do care, and continuing to share as much as they can, and a million people turning into 2 million, 2 million turning into 10 million, and the numbers just continue to grow and grow and grow. And now you watch as human beings are just starting to blossom and fill with more love and more higher awareness of a spirit realm and more connection. It's good. So there's something really good about this, and I want to do that. I mean, am I in it for the money? I have to have money to survive, but to a degree, I mean, I would much rather see this world full of happy, spiritually enlightened human beings just sharing and giving and receiving on a balanced spectrum where all it is about is love. And how do I create that in a world where it's a system like it is? All I can do is create as many videos as I can to kind of talk about it, enlighten people as they will. I just do the best that I can, right? So that's just a dream of mine. It's a dream of mine to inspire lots and lots and lots of people to awaken to their higher spiritual abilities. Because I'd much rather live in a world where I have enlightened human beings all around me than I'll just single myself out, be super awesome, not tell anybody how to do this stuff, and just make lots and lots of money, and then create, workshops where it's, thousands of dollars to come visit with me. There's something about this. There's something has to change. There's something has to shift. So I don't know, that's on my mind at times. It really is. So anyway, it's my video. Like it or leave it. And if you would like to interact with me one-on-one, I'd love to share psychic wisdom with you or spiritual healing. Please visit my website at abbynormalswisdomquest.com. Thank you for watching.